in the Pro Stock Shootout, sponsored by Hurst here at Bristol. Bob Olson, who qualified fourth in this event, will be going up against James Ruth, who was a semifinalist last year. Here's Brett.
Jim, 1 year ago, you found yourself in the final round of this race. I'm sure you're looking for the win rather than runner-up this year.
Well, we'd like to have a win down here. It's going to be some real close racing this weekend, Brett. Top 12 was within 800ths of a second, so it's going to be close racing.
It's going to be an amazing race, and you're one of the quickest and fastest out there. This car traditionally runs over 190 on every run.
Well, Harold Denton does a real good job keeping this car prepared. He's an excellent crew chief.
The comments from Jim Ruth. He's lined up on the right side of your screen. Bob Olson on the left. Here's the light.
Jim Ruth could crank out one of those 190-mile-an-hour runs. Look at him weave around a little bit. Here comes Olson.
Oh, Olson walks off with a victory with a 189.87, a 741. And here's a replay.
Taking a look at the reaction times, Jimmy Ruth actually left first on Olson, so this one's going to boil down to pure ET. Ruth breaking loose just a little bit there at mid-track. Now tries to straighten it out. It's horsepower time for the Stewart and Olson entry, and that was the story.
Olson moves on to the semis. Terry Adams coming up in a moment. Brett, talk with him.
Terry, this racetrack has always been good to you. After a runner-up here at the Spring Nationals, you seem to know this surface well.
Yes, I live about 2 hours down the road, and I have done tested here in the past, and it's kind of a hometown track for me. I feel good about the race.
Well, it's got to give you an advantage, especially since you have the Williford Farms Trans Am running down in the low 740s.
Yes, we made a practice run this morning, run a 742 at 192 mile an hour. In the Hurst Pro Stock Shootout, the 8 cars, all 8 cars, any man could win.
Terry Adams, his opponent is Gary Hajek, who is in the right lane. Here we go. Adams in the near lane from North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Close race. Oh, Adams got him at the line.
What an incredible upset. Terry Adams has done it, the North Wilkesboro ace. Look at the reaction time. Adams off first with a 0.4. He's moving down on Hajek now, a 7.46. Brilliant time. Adams talked with Brett.
It was good racing all the way down, 7.46 to a losing 7.48. You were side by side.
It was a close race. I could see him all the way down the track.
Well, you're going into the semifinals, and this car has proven that it's got the power. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Jerry Haas will be a competitor in a quarterfinal round coming up here in just a moment. And not only is Jerry Haas one of the top drivers, he's also one of the top car builders. He's built several for the competitors here this weekend. Brett Kepner now about Ricky Smith.
The sole representative for the Ford Motor Company in the Hurst Pro Stock Shootout is the man who's already wrapped up the 1987 IHRA World Pro Stock Championship, Ricky Smith. Interestingly enough, however, Smith has chose this all-important Hurst Pro Stock Shootout to debut a brand-new, never-been-tried 1988 Ford Thunderbird. The machine, built by Jerry Bickle Race Cars, includes a chassis that's virtually identical to the one that already wrapped up the World Championship, but this one is much more aerodynamically engineered. In fact, it's one of the first sealed-tight Pro Stockers ever built. It's a complete vacuum-formed interior of this machine that allows the air to slip more cleaner over the body than any Pro Stocker before it.